So we come to the sixth move of this form. Again, two hands, climb the legs to strengthen the kidneys. Within the traditional 8 brocades movements of 8 forms, 8 moves within the form, 8 brocades, standing for sort of silken movement. We're just taking them lovely silky motions and movements and just putting them with the sort of Pilates setup and the yogic setup of the breath and hypnotic breath. Again, a bit of a mixture, but again, you know, there's many types of breathing and many types of movement, so let's not get caught up in the judgmental sort of traditional manner. This should be done like this. Again, anything can be done. It's just breath synchronized motion, vinyasa, in Sanskrit, in yoga. It's that sort of thing we're doing. We're just going with a different setup with these lovely motions. And again, it's a bit like a uttanasana from yoga, bending over, coming up. As within all the traditional forms, this will benefit sort of different meridians, electromagnetic rivers within each move of the qigong sequences or moves. This one is believed to help the kidneys and the urinary bladder tract. The actual movement does go down them areas, so you can always add visualization to that in the traditional forms. We're not specifically going down that, we're just taking the movements and just mixing them up. Obviously linked to water, the elements of water, them organs, as with each specific qigong exercise benefits different organs, etc. We're going to go too deep into that. We're going to go straight in with the breathing. So again, you can do these singly or in a form, because when we get to the end of the 8, we're going to add another 18 on, so it's a 26 form made up of 2 different forms. Doesn't really matter, you can do these singly or in the order I'm giving it to you. It doesn't matter. We're starting with the breath with each one anyway. So the most important part, nature's rule not mine, just to find our balance. So all we're going to do is zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals and take the navel towards the spine. Okay, and as you do that, even breathing naturally, you will breathe into these lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. Okay, that will help us use the powerhouse, the girdle strength, the corset muscle, 3 layers deep, which is all segmentally stabilized in the spine, what we call the transverse abdominis, okay, which help the corset do up around the back, which helps extension force up through lumbothoracial fascia. But again, you don't have to know these names, just think of a corset, 3 layers deep, you're tucking in, zipping up and scooping out your abdominals. You can't do one without the other. You're zipping up pelvic floor, you're tucking in the belly button. Vice versa, you're tucking the belly button, you're zipping up pelvic floor. They go together, they link on like cling film round here. You get these 2 thumbs and you go around here, from the hips round. Again, that's where they meet like cling film. So you've got the pelvic floor lower and 3 layers deep, linking on like cling film, wrapping around your spine is the transverse abdominis, the corset muscle, the powerhouse, the girdle strength, 3 layers deep, which is all segmentally stabilizing your spine. It's lovely. So as you do that now, you'll feel that. Now again, if you start with a basic Pilates breath, then we change it. We breathe in through the nose and exhale through pursed lips. So you're sort of blowing out a candle through pursed lips, nice even breathing. And as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, you'll feel that breath going in low and deep to these lower lobes of lungs. You always get the 2 middle fingers touching underneath the breastbones, palms on the lower lobes of lungs, just underneath what you call the xiphoid process, the sternum, underneath the sternum there where it just sort of dips down, okay, at the end. And if you do that now, you'll feel the breath as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals. Come in low and deep to these lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. I'm overemphasizing the motion. It might be this sort of motion happening in micro moves or fine movements, but you will naturally add width to the lungs. As you do that now and as you can feel that happening, the breath will be going, unlike the traditional qigong form, it will be not going into the belly like a balloon, it'll be going into these lower lobes of lungs, these fish gills, 3D style. So as you breathe in organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep, into these lower lobes of lungs, as though someone's opening an umbrella inside your rib cage and letting go, or someone's just pushing out from inside your ribs and letting go, you would just feel that breath adding width to the lungs and length to the out breath. So as we close the mouth now, we turn this slightly into more yogic breath because we have a smaller filter through the nose. We're breathing in and out through the nose as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals. We breathe in and out through the nose. More sort of yogic breath in a way it lengthens the breath. So in the yogic postures, you might want to, in the asanas, you want to lengthen the breath longer. Okay, and that will help you get into them postures even easier. So in that way, we're mixing this up. We're zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals, breathing in and out through the nose. And as you breathe in, you will naturally feel you want to allow the out breath to fall longer than the in breath. So just simply allow that to happen. Don't hold anything in. Just allow that to happen. And even consciously take your mind to that out breath and elongate the out breath longer than the in breath. Quadruple it, double it, triple it, whatever you like the out breath. Just make it longer than the in breath. Okay, and just allow, as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, allow that lovely chemical cascade to relaxation happen in every single organ, cell, sinew of the body. Okay, searching for that chemical code to relaxation on that lovely elongated out breath as that relaxation just soaks in like ink through blotting paper into every single organ, cell, sinew of the body. So as you zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals, breathe in through the nose and exhale through the nose. So with that length on that out breath, that will naturally help you benefit the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps with sleep, digestion, rest, and relaxation, all on that lovely elongated out breath. The in breath's conscious thought, the out breath is subconscious thought. So by extending the out breath longer than the in breath, we're just encouraging sleep, digestion, rest, and relaxation to all be benefited on that lovely elongated out breath. Lovely. So that's going to help all of the housekeeping properties and benefits of the body: sleep, digestion, rest. Okay, again, be aware of the sound of the breath, the feel of the breath as it weaves that tapestry of relaxation in every single organ, cell, sinew of the body. Okay, now again, if you want to take that on further, make that slightly more advanced yogic breath, you can grip at the esophagus, breathe in and exhale. And that will give the mind something to focus on, okay? And help you sort of focus more and come into the here and now, the present moment, with the breath, the motion, and the movement, okay? Again, that will bring you into the here and now, natural sort of focusing breath. You know, when you're sort of trying to thread a needle, something like that, these fine fine motor moves, or something like you're trying to sort of, you know, really concentrate, you know, banging a sort of hammer against a nail, something like that, or threading a needle, you would just naturally sigh. So that's what you're doing with the Ujjayi breath. Again, I digress there. So as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, just allow this breath to come in as you grip at your esophagus and exhale. As you were here, that soft, silky, whistling Ujjayi breath, as you still gather in, zip up and hollow, you'll feel the breath lengthen even longer, okay, especially the out breath, okay, and that will help us give the mind something to focus on, but help us stimulate the thyroid gland, which helps with weight control, etc. Ujjayi breath, victorious breath in Sanskrit, seashore breathing, lovely. So with that, if you can't get the Ujjayi breath, don't worry, keep on zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals, breathing in and out for the nose, and lengthen that out breath within the motions, that's fine. If you want to take it on further, if you can, then grip at the esophagus. And it's near enough like sort of Darth Vader breath in a way. Soft, silky, whistling, Ujjayi breath, victorious breath. So that'll lengthen the breath, especially that lovely elongated out breath. Okay, lovely. So the in-breath's conscious thought, the out-breath is subconscious thought. So by extending that out-breath longer than the in-breath, just encouraging all them benefits in the body. Lovely. So let's link this to motion. So the basic motion, you're going up and down the meridians, but we're not going down that. With a bit of flexion of the spine and extension. So again, I'm going to go back and demonstrate that, and then just do the breathing so you can hear it. So again, same with all body union things like body system, union systems as it were, holistic systems. You will only go in as deep as you like. That suits your nervous system. Okay, so make these unique to you with speed and the tempo and the cadence and the rhythm. Okay, if you want to soften the knees and save the lumbar region in the back, you've got any real big problems with that, you can soften the knees, you can do, and not go down so far, shorten the range, you can do that. Or you can take your feet slightly wider than hip width apart to make it a little bit easier also on the lumbar region of the spine, just bringing in the Iyengar yoga principles there. Or you can just put the feet together, straighten the legs but don't lock them as you flex over. So again, let's go into this. So we're going to breathe in. You start with hands on the kidneys, Shinsu. You breathe in and you exhale down. So to make this long, this exhale, you're going down the yoni bladder meridian and you're breathing up the inside of the legs. Make this a sharper motion. As you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals, you allow the hands to send down, you're exhaling down. Then breathing here. And you're going to exhale down. Exhale really long with the breath on that motion. Then you breathe in, come up. And exhale down. Again, you want the feet apart to make it easy on the lumbar region in the back. All together. Legs are straight but not locked. Again, only going as deep as you like. As you gather in and fold over, think tiny waist, especially as you flex over. But again, you're just basically breathing in with the hands on the kidneys, exhaling down the outside of the legs, breathing in, coming up and descending down. Make this long, this out breath. So all the bits on the out breath you want to make longer. So you can be sharper on the in breath motion and longer on the out breath motion to bring in them hypnotic responses. Lovely. So punching with angry gaze to increase strength next. This is number 6. Next is number 7. Bang.